I think we live in this hustle culture where everybody tells you like hustle, 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 get to a point, and then everything else will be added to you. And I don't think that's accurate.
Will, Jack, Nicholas, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Honestly, Not Suitable for Work is just hilarious. I fell in love with it instantly. The show is so much fun. Um,
So
it's
much.
it's got this sort of classic throwback vibe. Like there's a long history of amazing apartment comedies from like Three's Company all the way up to, even newer ones like New Girl. I was wondering what comedies did you love growing up that you brought into the script?
Yeah.
I would say for me, The Office is probably a show I've watched more than anything. And I feel like those characters are so funny because they're relatable and flawed. And then Always Sunny had a massive influence on me. I know it did on Jack as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are the two that stand out when I think of like the pantheon of TV comedies, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I grew up on like the Fresh Prince and Martin, My Wife and Kids. So things like that is I think not so much apartment comedies, but I'm definitely also a huge fan of the New Girls. And they actually put me on game with Always Sunny. Like I've always you like always hear about these shows, but I was unfamiliar with it at the time, but it's up there for me too.
Yeah, I mean, too many influences to count. Always,
Yeah.
Always Sunny is like incredible. I think Glenn Howerton's one of the greatest comedic actors of all time. The Office obviously is incredible. I always love Nathan for You. I think Curb Your Enthusiasm is one of the funniest shows ever. Mindy has a whole long list of things she's worked on, including The Office, but also Mindy Project and all of her other shows are amazing. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's really cool to get to work on a comedy from such like comedy greats
Yeah.
because obviously Mindy's incredible, but our whole writers room is filled with
Step.
writers that
Yeah.
have worked on some of the greatest.
They're
Yeah.
killers.
Yeah, truly.
Well, I mean, you brought up Mindy there, and of course, like the whole writing team. Like I said, the writing and scripts are great, but just focus on Mindy there. Like the show was created by her, if I'm right. What is it that she brings? What energy does she bring to a story like this into this world?
I feel like authenticity. I mean, this is like this show is based off of Mindy's life in a way. You know, she talks a lot about yeah, her shows are inspired from different times in her life. And so I feel like she does a great job of balancing the emotional arcs and the comedy of all the characters and the storylines.
Yeah.
She's done it for all of her shows.
Yeah.
Oh, she's all killer, no filler, if you will, for
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah. For me,
Um,
it's like controlled chaos. Like everyone's going through everything at one time, and it can be very frantic. But she's also really good at bringing humanity back into it, and you actually see the people outside of what they're going through, which I think is important.
I mean, she's just she's a veteran. She's a GOAT. You know how when you watch like LeBron or Tom Brady or Serena Williams, you can just tell they've done it for a really long time. They know what they're doing. That's kind of how it feels to watch Mindy do her thing.
Yeah.
Like she just knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
well, I love that you bring up the fact that you see them sort of in both worlds because all your characters, obviously Kel and Josh and Davis are just like these amazing characters in this world trying to fumble their way through it. And each one of them sort of comes with their own backstory and their own hopes and dreams, if you will. And I'm wondering in your mind, what is it that each one though is really looking for? Because this isn't just a show about like looking for a hookup or something like that. Each one of these characters real feel very 3D and fleshed out.
Um, I personally think Kel is looking for purpose. Like we see him grappling with so many different careers. He's not sure what is going to fulfill him. Yeah, I mean, he has the passion to be an actor, but having passion and feeling the purpose of that are two different things. And so I think, you know, I don't want to spoil anything, but I think there is a specific career path that he doesn't expect to find purpose in, but he ends up finding, a hint of purpose or maybe like a kind of a nudge in the right direction.
Yeah, I think it's similar for Davis. I think love is his priority. I think he's so eager to start that phase of his life in parallel with his career. But it all boils down to purpose. Yeah, I feel like Davis truly believes he's put on this earth um, to be like a great boyfriend, a great husband, great father, extension of all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Josh is like a dog chasing cars. I really love stories and characters about ambition in the face of something impossible. And like, I love Succession. I love the movie Whiplash.
Hmm.
And those are both things where like Kendall's Succession and Miles Teller's character in Whiplash, where they're so obsessed with what they do and they're chasing a role model that they know is like toxic and bad and not a perfect role model, but they also really, really desperately want the approval from that person. And they know they'll probably never get it. And they know that's like not something they should be chasing, but they can't help it. It's the only thing that'll satiate them. And I'm reminded of that a lot with Josh and his dad.
Well, I know we're starting to run out of time, but one of the things I love about the show, I mean, just from the opening, Will, when Davis is talking about having to pledge his allegiance to work, that opening montage there. But each one of your characters here is trying to find that balance. And I was wondering, just as we wrap, do you think it's harder now to find that balance between work life and a love life? Like, I know that without spoilers, AJ's boss is saying, this is your life now.
100%. I feel like it can feel that way. It's so easy to slip into that mindset that um what's the point if you're not excelling or exceeding in your career? Yeah.
Yeah. I think I think we live in this hustle culture where everybody tells you like hustle, 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 get to a point, and then everything else will be added to you. And I don't think that's accurate. I think you have to be able to manage friendships, relationships, call your parents. You have to be able to do it all. And I think if it's all focused on hustle, it's almost impossible to do that. So
I mean, I couldn't have said it better.
Honestly, I really appreciate it, guys. This show is so funny, and you fall in love with these guys so quick. I really appreciate the chance to chat with you about it. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank
thank you
you.
so much.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
so
Pleasure to
much.
meet you.
Thank you. Have a great day.